Good morning, YouTube. Or I guess I should say good afternoon. Today is March 29th, 2020. Boy, what's going on with the world today? President Trump talking about kind of putting in a quarantine order for New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, but then not really. Kind of, sort of, maybe. We'll see what's going on. But what do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about the banks. Oh yeah, baby, the banks. So, it was a few days ago. I don't remember exactly when. It was last week. And I believe it was Wednesday. Could be wrong, but I think it was Wednesday. So, the governor of California, Mr. Gavin Newsom, negotiates a 90-day mortgage hiatus for California residents. For mortgages. 90 days for mortgages. Isn't California like one of the more wealthy states in the country? Don't they have like 40 million people by themselves? 40 million people. I think they're like the 6th largest economy in the world. 90-day mortgage hiatus. So what was it? It was US Bank, Citi, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. There was one more in there somewhere. I can't think of it. But no mortgage collection for 90 days. All right. So, obviously the Fed has now injected $2.2 trillion into the economy, or $2 trillion into the economy. It's going to go to small businesses, big businesses, direct payments to citizens. I hope citizens, because if it's going to non-citizens, I'll be a little pissed off. So the Fed's balance sheet just hit $5.5 trillion for the first time ever. It went from like 3.4 to 5.5, right? Math kind of works out. So, why? Why are we taking such extreme measures? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because 1 out of 3 Americans is not working. People got laid off. They can't go to work. Their job's closed. They're telling people don't show up. That's a bad situation. So I can understand why this Newsom character would want to have a 90-day suspension of mortgage collection. Try to help people. Because if you don't help people and they miss their mortgages and then, the banks come and take their house and then they're out of a place to live and they got to find somewhere else and they might be homeless, it snowballs rather quickly. So I was at work, and for those of you that don't know, I'm a pipeline system controller for one of the pipeline companies in the U.S. And one of the guys at my work was telling me how he went to the bank the other day, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and he made a withdrawal. And as he was there doing his business, he had overheard the branch manager. Sorry, I'm just waking up from a night shift. I got to go back in tonight. Bear with me. Overheard the branch manager, who was working as a teller, on the phone, and she was having a conversation with who appeared to be a higher up management official. And as my buddy was listening to this, he distinctly overheard her say, well, volumes are up for withdrawals, but it's nothing that I would consider to be extremely out of the ordinary, and no, I would not consider it a bank run. So at this point, my buddy, he and I think similarly, his ears perk up. At this time, the branch manager makes eye contact with him, realizes what she had just said in front of a customer, and then proceeds to walk across the lobby to continue her conversation. Interesting, right? Interesting. So, that's one source. Another friend of mine we're talking back and forth about the situation, see how things are going during this, stay-at-home order. He and his mom went to the bank to make a second withdrawal. Now, I don't know how big the sums of money were or anything like that, but he had said that when they went to the bank told them, yes, you can have your money, but you got to come back next week. Why? My friend asks. This branch manager, again, another branch manager, says, we don't have that much cash on hand. Now, nobody that I know is independently wealthy, all right? Maybe a millionaire here or there secretly, right? Like that millionaire next door type, they're not going to tell you. But getting back to my first buddy at work, he had made a deposit of, I think, oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Irrelevant to the story. But anyway, so the bank is telling my friend who's not at work, my friend, that they have to wait a week before they get their cash. They just don't have enough cash on hand. Buddy at work overhears the conversation with the branch manager saying there could potentially be worried about a bank run. So, interesting, right? Why pump all this liquidity into the market? Well, I'll tell you why. Because in 2008, when the market started going down, people started getting evicted from their houses, they needed cash, right? It's always better to have some cash on hand in case you don't have electricity. What do I see happening? I don't know. I don't have enough information yet. But from two sources that I would say that I trust, apparently the banks are very cognizant that they may have a bank run on their hands. So, if I were you, what would I be doing? This is not advice. I'm not telling you what you should do. This is what I would do. I would look at how much cash you have on hand, at your home, wherever you are, and really analyze if you need more or not. For most people, I don't know. For me, I would say probably 1 month of expenses would be a good start. Am I there? No. No. Absolutely not. Dude. No. No. But I'm working on it. I am working on it. So have some cash. What do I think would be better than cash in the future? Precious metals. Silver. Gold. Palladium if you can find it. Lead. Maybe we'll do a video about that. Precious metals. But, yeah. Maybe you guys might want to start, guys and gals, sorry, got to be politically correct. Maybe you want to start evaluating your cash situation. Who knows? Right now in Pennsylvania, our stay-at-home order is supposed to end April 6th. Do I foresee that ending on April 6th? No, absolutely not. It's probably going to go longer, probably another 2 weeks, would be my guess. The reason being is now people from New York are leaving New York. It's like Escape from New York, that movie with Kurt Russell. Snake Plissken, I think his name was. Really crazy movie. But anyway, a bunch of governors from like Florida, Louisiana, all across the country are saying, hey, look, if you come from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, or if you have any kind of out-of-town plates, you're probably going to get stopped and asked what the hell you're doing here and why you're not under quarantine, or what you are doing to quarantine yourself. That article was just on Zero Hedge this morning when I woke up. So, yeah, probably going to go for another 2 weeks after April 6th. The death tolls in New York, along with the infection rates, are increasing. Italy, on the bright side, 2 straight days of decrease in cases. So hopefully they're past that, bell curve and they're working their way down towards recovery. see what's going on, but it's going to be interesting. Maybe we'll do a more broad look at the world economy and my thoughts on where things are going. Not like anybody really cares, but it is good to talk about this stuff since we're all cooped up in our houses. Actually, I'm just kidding. I got to go into work tonight, so. And yes, for everybody that's lost their jobs, I realize it is very tough.